Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to As Far as the Eye. So we are going to have to collect 160 fish to move on from this halt. We have a couple of options there. I mean, first of all, obviously we have a couple of lakes here that are quite plentiful. We definitely pull enough fish out of either one of these two lakes. So we could build ourselves a fishery. My feeling on this is that if we were to do that, we should build a permanent one rather than a mobile one. Both for resource purposes and because we don't really have room to carry another mobile. But alternatively, we do have a whole bunch of Ruffalos already. We could just build a market and trade something else for the fish we need. Now, granted, 160 fish via market trade that's expensive. That's going to cost you a lot of something. So maybe that's not the right thing to do, but obviously a big benefit of building a market is that we then have a market for the future. I think though we might just go for the permanent fishery. There's not a ton of wood on this map actually. And we're so low on wood that we're actually about to lose the ability to cook. That's a little scary. Yeah, maybe we can't spare the wood. Alright, hold on a second. Where's my builder? Let's have a quick look at... Okay, a permanent fishery is only 50 wood. It's also only... It's not that expensive in the other resources either. And what would it cost to build a market? A market is actually more wood. It has a lot of long-term value. Alright, what do we have everybody doing? Obviously, you're about to gather some more stuff, because Pilly is not in great shape. Even post-healing. We could really use a couple more potions for Pilly. Yeah, we gotta get somebody, gathering wood, like, soon. Maybe we pull Dolem from this and have Dolem gather wood for a little bit. I mean, Pilly will be okay for a while. Plus, if we were going to make more potions, that's us spending more pepkins, and I don't know that that's a good idea right now. We have 900 more pepkins near the base. We need to pay 300 to leave. We also need to eat, and if we're about to run out of wood, then... Yeesh. This whole thing's gotten very complicated. Alright, do we have... We do not have a sawmill packed up. Alright, I think I'm just gonna have you gather wood from the base. Oh, sorry, no, you're the one who can't do that. Sadly, we do not have enough wood to build a sawmill. That's a bad time. Okay, we're gonna have to have somebody else pull it. So, I guess let's have the cook do a couple more rounds of cooking. We're gonna run out of. I believe it's 4 wood per turn. We'll let the wood actually run out, and then we'll pull our cook off. And I guess we'll pull you as well. Have you do something else? Well, you need to gather up a bunch of meat for the end goal anyway. All right, and Peely just finished healing. What is Peely gonna do while we wait? Probably Peely should set up something. Let's see. We're going to need. Boy, we're gonna need a lot of stuff. We're gonna need stone for sure. Let's unpack the stone quarry. So there's one stone here. There's one stone there. This also has stone. We can probably just run these peeps off, right? We don't need. There's so many peeps everywhere else. This seems like an okay place to set it up. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it is what we can do. Alright, we're about to have mosquitoes. There are no bogs on this map. Alright, so you are done cooking whether you want to be or not. It's time for you to go forth and gather lumber. And you, I guess, just keep harvesting until we hit the threshold we need for the mission. Oh, a friendly caravan. That is actually super helpful. Why don't you take a break and go say hi to them? So for 50 mineral, or for 50 rations, they would give us a thing. They could give us a gatherer 3. Or we could give them 30 wood to analyze. Okay, we don't need this. I mean, listen, I'm not opposed to a gatherer 3, for sure. But can we afford another mouth? We already have the living space, right? Because we have the camp and the caravan upgrade. Yeah, I'm a little scared about taking on more food, people who need more food, but we could probably use the hands. These people cannot construct buildings and cannot meet with friendly caravans. Okay, I don't think that's a big deal. Those seem like reasonable restrictions that we can deal with. Actually, we do still need somebody to... Here, let's gather up these remaining pack animals. Wait. The limited number of pupils can work in the same building. Did we... Am I misremembering? Did we not actually build a camp? Because we certainly could now. Oh no, the camp's just still packed. Okay, that's not a problem. Instead of doing the thing I just said, why don't you just move to here and prepare to do that? Bal, go unpack that camp, because we are going to need that. Right, I didn't bother to unpack the camp before, because we didn't... Yeah, there was no reason to. Okay, now we're ready. So you begin doing this, and you go gather me a pack animal. Wait, did it not... I thought it had already... Hold on. I think I misinterpreted the animation. I thought when he arrived, it just... Okay, it's going to take 4 turns to unpack that camp, in fact. Okay, we don't actually need to start gathering the stone right now. What would be best to do here? I guess what would be best to do here is to have you go ahead and do this, while Pili is the one who is not working. And Pili can move to wherever it makes sense to go now. Which is probably back home. And by the time Pili gets there, things will be a little bit more worked out. Alright, we picked up our pack animal. Okay, now everyone can work. So, you are still delivering this. We have a little bit of leeway on food, not a ton. Dolan can probably stop doing this thing. Maybe we need to put down the harvest hut and start gathering... That's probably a thing worth doing. So actually, Pili, go and erect our harvest hut. So let's see, there's pepkins here and here and here. How much meat is left on this? No, cancel. I'm trying to cancel building. 110 meat is left there. Because we could just move the hunting hut. Now that we've seen the terrain a little bit more, like it's obvious that this right here would be a better spot. Then again, we could just put up the harvest hut right here for now, because there are pepkins... Oh, I thought there were pepkins here. Never mind. I was going to say there are pepkins here and there, but there are not, in fact. Yeah, okay, I think... How close are we... How close is our trapper to being able to harvest fine meat? Oh, really close. Okay, cool. Once we're capable of that, we have a lot more options. Okay, so I think that's the plan. We're going to pack this. We're going to have Peely unpack the harvest hut right here. We're going to have Bowl unpack the hunting lodge down here. And then we have plenty of wood coming in. By the time this is unpacked, we'll have enough wood that we can start hunting and cooking again. I think this should be okay. And we probably do need to move Dolam to something else. I guess what we're going to do is move Dolam to the harvest hut once that's available. So for right now, I suppose just continue gathering. Alright, and you're going to get the other pack animal, which is fine. That's absolutely what I want you to do. Drudgery. The work of a grower is bad. People will get sick if they are growers. That is not a problem for us. We have no growers. Alright, so Peely got this set up. You are going to come over here and work on this. We also need... So we're going to run out of rations here, but that'll be fine. We'll lift Pepkins for food for a minute. Return off of being able to hunt again. So Mio should probably just get back to cooking for the moment. I'm not too worried about running out of meat. I think we can afford to cook down below the threshold and figure it out later. And then we need to start thinking about fishing too. So probably, as much as I don't like this, I think Peely is probably going to build a permanent fishery. I think this is the way we're going to handle this. And we're just going to have to gather a whole bunch more wood. I mean, we have 2 people on wood gathering, it's fine. Oh, I didn't tell you to start hunting, but you absolutely should start hunting. Okay, so that should resolve our food problems. We have enough wood. We have more wood incoming. Yeah, this'll do. Peely is now Architect level 1. Plus 50 HP to permanent buildings, or... Does this only affect repair costs of permanent buildings? It has the exact same icon as this. I'm not too worried about the HP of our permanents, because obviously we're just going to end up leaving them behind anyway. And then I'm going to have you do the fishing. We need to accumulate 160 fish and then stop worrying about it. Okay. Grower, not a problem. You are going to... minus 2 turns to harvest cycle, minus 50%. Minus 2 turns to harvest cycle would mean that you harvest, like, almost instantly. So the minus 50% meat is probably not even a reduction in meat per turn. That said, I think we want to pick this up. We didn't end up picking up the fine fish thing before. I'm kind of curious if it's just more efficient, like more meat per harvest cycle, or what the deal is. That said, we're not going to find out right this second, because I don't really want to pack up and move again. Oh, you got sick. Wait a minute. Oh, moving pack animals is technically grower work. Yeah, shoot. Okay, well, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We will have you go and brew yourself a potion. Termites. Now, termites... Actually, we don't have any jungles. Yeah, termites are not a problem. We are basically vagary-proof. Alright, you are going to survive, right? Yeah, you're only... Yeah, you'll be fine. So actually, you're gonna make potions, but then we're gonna give them to Peely because we desperately need potions for Peely. All right, a friendly caravan has just arrived. Do we want to meet it? We probably do. Where are you at in your cycle? Okay, you just finished delivering. Why don't you go say hi to them real quick? Alright, if we give them 40 wool... I mean, listen, I would love this, but... Oh! Yeah, I think we're just going to take this one. We don't... Right now... Right now I'd be a little worried taking on another person, because of food. Our food situation is semi-stable, I guess? And Stoli is an herbalist? Alright, maybe this is dangerous, but I'm actually gonna do this. So we would need wool and we can't just buy more room with knowledge, yeah. Okay, so we don't have use for the new guy right now, but we can upgrade this camp, or we can build a new camp. What is the cost of building a new camp? It does require some wool as well. It's not too bad, though. It would probably be better to do this. Yeah, that's rough, though. It's good to have more bodies. I'm happy to have another body, but we might actually have you sit idle for a minute here. Stoli, go up here. Okay. So you're cooking, you're fishing, you're hunting, you're harvesting pepkins. You are preparing potions. We might need you to get back on... I'm going to finish preparing this potion, and then you have to get back on wood generation. And then at some point, we need to harvest some yeesh. This is not easy. So we are going to have somebody just sitting idle for a minute here. Okay, termites, pretty whatever. We are not in danger from the termites. Also, I just want once the fish thing is resolved, we're going to be in so much better shape. Alright, you should probably get back on wood generation. And we really just can't have you do anything. Alright, one more load of fish. So we are going to have a couple of turns here where we don't have any meat to cook, or any wood to cook. So I'm going to temporarily make our cook passive. Alright, there's all the fish. So Pili now needs to go back here and drink those potions. Oh right, you could start working again now. Because Pili's going to be walking. But we don't have any reason for you to start working because you don't have any wood. Okay, we got earthquakes coming up in 41 and boredom. Each pupil not working in harvest, production, or construction becomes ill. It's inconvenient. So you are fruit gathering as quickly as you can. We're going to be able to leave pretty soon. And we probably want to. Hold on. If I set you back to work, is that going to prevent Pili from healing? It might. Hold on. We're gonna let Pili heal up for sure first. I guess Pili is still in the normal pupil costume, so maybe healing does not count as work. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't, because it's still giving us this message. So yeah, you go ahead and get back to cooking then. Alright, now keep Pili for a little while longer. We are going to take care of you, Pili, don't worry. So, we're going to be ready to leave pretty soon. Do we want to leave before boredom hits? Because somebody will get sick. And maybe we just worry about the worry about setting up the additional camp when we get to the next place. Honestly, I think that might be the right move. We're pressed enough on healing resources that I think we probably don't want to have to deal with an additional sickness. Especially since it's Peely who will get sick. Yeah, I think we're gonna... Gosh, we really don't have a lot of food though, do we? Let me get the rest of the pepkins delivered. Okay, so we could now leave. I think we go. Things are going to be a little tight at the next... Yeah, wow, things are going to be pretty tight at the next halt. That... Where is that thing we bought? This, okay. Pupils begin each halt with 200 rations, so I was not paying enough attention last time to know how this actually works. Did we get 200 free rations at the beginning of last time? I feel like we didn't. Is any of this stuff going to help us at all? Pupils can harvest resources normally only accessible from a building via the caravan. Probably not a big deal. Yeah, none of this stuff is actually going to do anything for us. And we don't have any potions. If Peely gets sick, there's a non-zero chance Peely just dies. I think we're going to move on. Hold on. I want to do one more thing. I want to buy... this thing. Pupils connect their spirits to resources of their choosing. Let's see what this... Oh, do I have to pick now? I was expecting... Okay, so it's $400 like per resource that we pick, I guess. That's interesting. Let's pick... game. And then also... game and wood? Let's see where all of the wood and game are when we enter a new place. And try to get our food and resource loop set up as quickly as possible. And then, yeah, let's move on before the vagary strikes. So... Oh, interesting. Alright, first of all. Some big building. Let's get all of our big buildings out here. So let's see. That is not as clean of a fit as this. Which of these do I think is most annoying to work around? Let's make this the one that we jam in his backpack. Okay, and then we definitely need to make sure we are bringing all of the food. And we should bring all of the food, even these little bits of fish and whatnot. Okay, so you can bring all of the rations. These can go somewhere. Okay, we can do like that. So actually, we're going to be able to... Okay, this has to go in here somewhere, so this could just get moved over. We are going to be able to actually carry all of our resources, at least. Here, let's do... like this. Yeah, okay. That's nice. I mean, I wish it was a larger number of things that we were carrying across. We have a lot of Raffalos here. This is very helpful. Alright. So we are bringing across 183 rations. These are some large numbers. Okay, yes, it spawned 200 additional rations. That's what I figured it would do. Okay, so we have a little bit of fine game available. Mostly it's normal game. A sacred site. Explore the sacred site to retrieve or exchange resources there. Send an herbalist or druid to analyze ahead of time if you want to be a coward about it. Let's go this way. Okay, so we got some pepkins and some wood right around here. This seems like a pretty good spot then, potentially. Oh, yeah, this is lovely, actually. Okay. Oh, you know, one downside of this, though, is that it does not give me a lot of places to unfold the camp, does it? In fact, none. None of these spaces are legal. It's all jungles and hills. Well, we're going to have some people idle for a second here. I'm sorry, like, right at this moment, it's okay. This is the moment when it is least a problem. Dolam, go and analyze this. Oh, are you... You're an herbalist, not a druid. Stoli is also... Okay, nobody's actually got druid levels. Well, that being the case, I think you might be on just random exploration duty then. So we need to find the right place to put up the hunter's hut. That's like #1 priority. Get more meat coming in and get the cooking going. So unfold me a hunter's lodge. This might be good. We should probably find out. Bowl should also go that way. Mio should just unfold the cookhouse pretty much anywhere, right? Yeah, like it doesn't matter almost at all. I guess here is fine. Hunky could just gather pepkins right now. Hunky does not have the same problem that we have with some of our other people. And Stoli is probably just gonna scout. Let's finish uncovering all of the tiles here. All right, Stoli, there we go. Now go uncover the what do you call it? The aura generator that we know is there. Okay. The energy emitted by this place gives Dolam chills when approaching the altar where resources offered to the spirits lie. We should probably give them stuff, right? I don't want to plunder the sacred site. It feels to me like there could be penalties for that. So I guess for right now, don't do anything. But if we wanted to make an offering ourselves, it's ore and grain. Alright, go see what's up over there. I think this is a good time for Pili to unfold the hunting lodge right here. And Bowel will go and check this out real quick. Okay, we found the aura. What is the deal with this aura? It is protecting the cereals. There are no cereals in range of this huge aura flower. In fact, there's not really any resources that we care about at all. I think we can just ignore this one. I guess it is affecting those 2 bog tiles, which could matter if we decide we want to fish. Hard to imagine. Alright, so we should probably get the herbalist hut up, or the dispensary somewhere. And I guess here is as good as anywhere. We don't really have a lot of sources of spices that we're aware of. There's some here, there's some there. There's not a lot of plains on this map, unfortunately. But we don't even really need that up for the purposes of gathering spices, so much as we need it up for the purposes of creating potions, right? Alright, well, Dolam probably needs to... Oh, right. Work. Work is a problem. So the cookhouse is almost ready. This is not really close to ready. And yeah, we just kind of don't have a job for you. I guess, like, get over here. Actually, get over here. This is like a neutral location from which we could make a lot of different choices. Alright, Bowel, just chill. So once we have enough knowledge, we can buy ourselves the ability to put the caravan and appendices on a hill. I think this is how we're planning to get our camp established. Okay, so you need to get to work. And you kind of can't do anything, right? Once this is done building, we can maybe reconsider things a little bit here. Alright, so what is Pilly's current condition? It's not great. Why don't you go ahead and make some potions? We'll brew up a couple. Alright, so the food loop is running again. We are now generating resources. It will take more ore than expected to travel the path. That's a little bit of a shame, because it already was going to take a lot of ore. Oh, a friendly caravan is, like, extremely welcome. If we give them one potion, they'll give us 100 ore. Honestly, I think that is worthwhile. We are going to need an awful lot of ore. We certainly don't want to take on any new people here. I was kind of hoping that they might be willing to trade us knowledge, but no such luck. So Peely can go heal, right? It's not a job. It doesn't cause a problem. Wow, did you really deplete all the game in that forest already? Yeah, this forest is also quite thin. Okay, I'm a little worried about food here. Alright, I think we can probably have Hunky stop gathering pepkins and start gathering wood. No, not Dolem. The turn ended, and so it changed my selection, which is not what I wanted. Alright, where are you on? Potions? Okay. So Peely should heal now, and then... Alright. We are at 400 knowledge. Do I want to just keep feeding Peely potions? We could probably stop. So let's have you disengage. You stop doing work. And you put up... I mean, obviously we're going to need a mine. We probably want to just wait until this game hunting is complete, though. We'll put the mine up there. Is this... That tile is a plain underneath the forest, though. How much ore? That is not nearly enough ore. That is the only ore tile on the table. Well, we're going to have to build a market then. We're also still definitely going to have to mine all of this. I guess let's get that started. Oh, this is not a... Huh. Sometimes you can clear... I feel like sometimes you can clear trees to put a building down, and sometimes you can't. Okay, then we really do want to wait for that to be finished, probably. So I guess Peely instead is going to... We don't really need a harvest hut. We could quarry here, or honestly, this is just a plain to walk across. It's not a big deal to quarry there instead. Do that. We're probably going to need some stone. Fortunately, there are actually plenty of peeps. We will be able to afford to harvest all of that. Although, We're going to have some resource problems on that score as well, aren't we? This is good. This is just going to be a tough one. Alright, who is best, among our people who are not currently working, who is best qualified to do stone stuff? It turns out all of you are equally not very qualified. And we're just going to keep gathering until we hit... Okay, never mind. Until we hit the 500 knowledge that we just hit. So do we want to be able to overtake hills or jungles? There's 2 hills nearby. They both have valuable resources. There's 2 jungles nearby, and they have wood. We care about that. But there's a lot of wood in a lot of places. Maybe it's better to do it on jungle. Yeah. Alright, Billy, your job is to unfold the camp on this jungle. Okay, lightning could be a problem. Unfortunately, it's very random. We have no idea if it's going to be a problem. So 3 turns until that's ready, and we don't really... We still just have people sitting idle that we can't do anything about, unfortunately. Okay, drudgery is bad news. But we can't really do anything about it. Okay, so you are going to have to make us some more potions, I think, just so we're ready to deal with the drudgery. Like, we can't stop somebody from getting sick. Okay, we need wool. It is not very expensive to build a mobile pasture, and I think we could probably get away with it. So if we build a mobile pasture here and just remove the cereals, that's probably fine. I don't want to build it inside the aura. Yeah, this should be okay. And then one other person can start working. Oh no, sorry, we have 5, that's right. Dolim is the only one who is currently not working, and so it must stay. Okay, none of those lightning strikes were terribly important. Okay, Pilly built this, so... Pilly is the best grower of the tribe. I guess it falls to him to get this wool. And you should get over here, because you're going to need to potion yourself in a second. Okay. Wait, did that not... Did I misread what drudgery does? Shouldn't... Hunky got sick. Shouldn't that have affected... Dolim? Because Dolim wasn't doing anything? Oh, you know what? I might have gotten it. Drudgery is the one that affects gatherers, I guess. Alright, well, go do this quickly. Oh, right, and because you're moving... We could have Dolim do something. I mean, we're just gonna reverse this, right? Like, Hunky is going to go back to work, so we probably don't even want to bother. Alright, then go ahead and get back to gathering wood. I do not want you taking any more potions, because we're going to need them for Peely. Alright, so we're accumulating some resources. We've got some stuff going. We're going to need a lot of wool. And then we also are going to need a market. Which we can build right now. Who would we have break from their job to do it? probably you. I'm actually going to let Stoli finish turning all of our spices into potions. And then we'll have Stoli do it. So how much wool are we looking at here? 355, 400, and 500. Okay, so we can definitely afford to do this the moment we hit 100. We are not going to run out of wool. Okay, 2 turns until the last potion is finished. Alright, we've run out of game, which means we need to make some changes. Alright, hold on. One thing at a time. Well, first of all, we're going to do this. Okay, now everybody can work. You are going to break and put us up a market. No, you're not. Never mind. We ran out of wood. You are going to go and help us gather wood. That's what you are going to do. We need that very badly. And I suppose at this point we could just fold up the dispensary. Is that helpful to do? Probably not, actually. Okay. We do want you to go back to the hunting lodge, so that's not a big deal. What do we have Dolam do? It would be really helpful to have a sawmill. I guess we could have Dolam do this for right now. We are going to need more stone. A friendly caravan just arrived. Okay, let's let Pili deliver this load of wool, and then Pili can be the one who goes and meets the new caravan. And you should probably not do the thing that you're planning on doing there. That seems like a terrible waste of time. We're going to repack this. I'm actually going to have you be the one who goes to meet them. And then we're just going to unpack it here and hunt that game. And that means that the cook will be free for a little bit in a second here, because we're going to run out of meat to cook. So you can just become a woodcutter for a moment. This caravan seeks trade. Yo, that's an interesting trade that we can't quite make. This is terrible. I don't think we should take on another body right now. We can barely run the bodies we got. This is not a terrible... Like, this is a move that I would probably make if it were easy to do. Do we have someone who can become a Pepkin? Yeah, we do. Yeah, I should probably have you start unfolding the harvest or the hunting lodge. That's going to be important. You know what? Even if we have you become a Pepkin farmer right now, I don't think we're going to get the Pepkins in time to make that work. Yeah, probably not. Okay, then... I'm going to have Stoli take a moment here. Let's grab this other pack animal, because that's really the thing we should get done before we leave. We should make sure. Adding fish to the path. Okay, bummer, but we can deal with it. Okay, now that we've got everything coming in, let's talk about that market. Now, of course, the exchange rates are always terrible. And it is definitely going to suck to have to put together the amount of ore we have to put together. This is probably... Dolam has probably gathered enough stone Wait, who is jobless? Oh, right, Stoli just delivered that pack animal. I mean, we want Pilly to unpack our mine now that we have space. I'm gonna do that now. And you can come down here and become the grower. Alright, we are running a little short on tiles with wood that are near the camp, unfortunately. Okay, Cook needs to get back to cooking. I didn't realize how low the food had gotten. Fortunately, it's a real short walk. There we go. Cooking is occurring. Everything's fine. It was good to gather all that wood. We did need all that wood. How are you doing on cooking XP? You are not. Wait, why not? Shouldn't you be gaining chef? Can only have one specialized trade. Wait a minute, did you get a tiny amount of... That's weird. I kind of assumed that it would mean like I could only pick one. Like once I picked a thing in one line, it would lock me to that line. But I guess because you got a little bit of Stonecutter XP, now you can't even... I thought I was going to get to pick. Well, it's still probably better to just have Mio keep being the cook. Nobody else has any XP at that thing at all, so... Alright, please start mining ore. We have a real weird situation here. Our people are kind of all over the place skill-wise. So for the moment, I think we're just going to keep at it. We're gathering lots and lots of wool. Actually, you could probably stop gathering stone and start thinking about fish. How much fish is over here? Oh, way more than we need. Way more than we need. Alright. I think we are once again going to build a permanent fishery. Because this one, unfortunately, the mobile, we probably don't want to carry with us, and also it costs a lot of resources that we need for other things. Alright, that's fine. We got lots and lots of wool nearby. Who has nothing to do? Oh, you should actually start fishing from your fishing hut. Oh, interesting. When you upgrade the quarry, it gives ore. Does the quarry do the same thing? Yeah, when you upgrade the mine, it starts giving stone. That's pretty interesting. What is the resource spend on this? Mostly knowledge. Yeah, I mean, that will definitely be helpful. Immune to Vagary, Tempest, and Landslide. I don't think we need to pursue that one so much. Alright, so the market is up. Let's see, if we want to get ore. Stone trades very well for it. Okay, so that can be the plan. We can gather a lot of stone. Gathering stone will give us ore. And then on top of that, we can trade stone to ore at 5-1, which is pretty decent exchange. So who is actually... It really is Pilly's job, weirdly enough. Oh, Bell has maxed out hunting. Plus 10 per harvest cycle to all harvesting trades? Or plus 1 range of vision? I mean, that doesn't seem like a very difficult one. And a squall's coming in. All mobile buildings... Yo! All mobile buildings lose 50 HP is very harsh. That is a tough one for us. I wonder if that happens to mobile buildings that are packed. I'm going to repack this. I think we kind of need the rest of our mobile buildings to stay out. We could pack this one and then just unpack it again shortly after. That would take a bunch of extra time, though, and we're not actually doing all that well on time. Okay, the game has been depleted. Alright, so you run that back, and then we're gonna pack this. You know what? I am gonna pack the quarry. No, I'm not. I was gonna say we'll pack the quarry and we'll move the hunting lodge up to here, and then unpack the quarry like there. But it's probably too much effort for just saving a small amount of HP. We'll just repair it. It's fine. Okay. So all mobile buildings have been damaged. Do we can't see a health bar for the hunting lodge. And out of curiosity, is there a health bar for... No, there's no health bar for the currently packed buildings. So my guess is probably the currently packed buildings and this one didn't actually take the damage. I guess we'll see, but... Boredom. Oh no, boredom. Okay, this is the one that I thought drudgery was. So each pupil not working in harvest, production, or construction becomes ill. I think we're all covered. We are a very busy little tribe. Alright, go forth and hunt this fine game. How good is that game? You know, it's fine. God, 300 fish. It's gonna take forever. Okay, so you return the last of the ore, then get down here and start working on the stone. Are you gonna make it in time? Oh, actually, Pilly is in horrible shape. Never mind. Pilly needs to go potion anyway. And so the sickness isn't really going to be a big deal because we're going to immediately drink a potion. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now we're in a little bit of a pickle as far as wood goes. Oh no, I guess there's one more tile that has wood that's kind of near the caravan. Alright, so this is not going to get us anywhere near the amount of ore that we need, sadly. We are approaching the amount of wool that we need. The fish is coming along. And in fact, we're becoming pretty good at fishing. Oh, that was all of the stone. Well, that's not ideal. Are we out of both stone and ore? We are, aren't we? Uh-oh. We still need over 300 ore. And the exchange rates at the market are horrible for almost everything. Yeah, that's really bad news. Alright, well, we can trade all of our stone for 55 more ore. And then we still need to put together another 300. The broken path for ore was very tough on us here. I'm not missing any, am I? What was at the sacred site? Well, you certainly aren't doing an offering. We could pray. We can afford to spend some fish to pray. Oh no, I prayed for fish. I received fish. Well, that's also fine. Are fish 20 to 1? Fish are only 10 to 1. As are cereals and spices. Oof, that's rough, man. That's bad. There are some spice tiles. We could gather some spices. And there's lots of fish available. Wool was in the 20 to 1 camp? No, wool is also 10. We're definitely going to make it way past the amount of wool that we need. But, I mean, in order to make up 300 ore, we need to trade in 3,000 resources of other types. And the water is coming in 29 turns. I think we lose. I think we've lost. I think I probably made some errors in some places along the way here. Is there any way at all for us to save this? I don't think there is. I think we're just hard out of the stuff we need. We could have a friendly caravan show up and be willing to give us some ore, but we'd have to get pretty lucky. Out of curiosity here, what exactly do all these do? Is there anything here that could have changed the amount of ore that we were pulling? It looks like none of this stuff is really... Cost of offerings is reduced. Increases the bonus extended by auras once you've soothed them. There's a lot of stuff in here having to do with auras. Push back the major vagary of the halt is pretty cool. The next minor vagary is deleted, and when a minor vagary happens, all pupils gain 100 experience points in their current trade. That seems pretty useful. There's some cool stuff available via the council. Wow. Each turn, a pupil decides not to eat. So, the actual answer here, like the hard solution, would have been if we had somebody who was good enough at mining. Isn't there a 50% chance? Yeah, like there's this, right? Where you pull the same yield as normal, but you only exhaust half of that much from the tile. Yeah, this could have helped. Having some of this stuff would have helped. Basically, we just didn't have anybody specialized enough in this thing. But if we had, I think there's a real chance we could have survived this. Well, I do believe that we are going to fold it up and concede then. Yeah, how I give up? I'm wondering if there's like a score screen. I guess let's play it out. Maybe that will give us our score screen, because I'm kind of curious what happens. So Pili, with nothing to do, I guess the best thing for Pili to do, if we were going to try to like have a chance here, would be to build the dispensary and start gathering spices, or have somebody start gathering spices to make the trade. And then we have everything else going as fast as it can go. Oh, interesting. The hunting lodge can be its own accommodation. There are a lot of interesting building upgrades that we have not bothered to purchase in any of our games yet. There's still a lot to learn. There's still a lot of optimizations for me to learn. So he's bringing back 79 food worth of... Didn't this have 293 fine game at it before? Oh yeah, you need to... Who's our herbalist? What are you doing right now? You're harvesting wool. Alright, you come do this because you're better at it. And then you can be the wool harvester. Yeah, 293. Interesting. So maybe fine game and possibly also fine fish don't deplete? I mean, that seems pretty powerful if so. Alright, we are very close here. All buildings adjacent to mountains lose HP. Doesn't matter. There are no mountains on this particular halt. So we're just going to press it all the way up to the wire here with people gathering resources, and we'll see how close we get. And we are not going to be anywhere near the almost 3,000 resources that we would need to trade in. Okay, landslide, not a big deal. And as far as I know, there's no knowledge or anything that is related to efficiency on the market, is there? No, we know what all this stuff does. Well, our food problem is, like, extremely solved. We are so good at gathering food from a fine game space that we will never go hungry again. Unfortunately, rations do not trade. The meat does, right? Yeah, the game meat does. Okay, you should stop cooking. We're good on cooking. You should instead gather pepkins? That doesn't help. Gather wood? We can trade wood at the market, right? Yeah, it's a pretty bad trade, but there's nothing else you can work on that will get a good exchange rate. Alright, so here with one turn remaining, let's see how many points of ore we can generate. We could trade all of the game. I have no problem with that. Then we can trade all of the spices. This is the only reason we were gathering them anyway. We could trade... Let's see. We could trade 278 fish. And... all of the wool? No, we need to keep 540, so we can do like 230. Yeah, we're not even going to be close. And then you're not allowed to trade rations. We could trade all of the wood. That would be fine. Exchange rates, man. Absolutely brutal. And that's it. That's all of it. We are still 150 ore short. That broken path really got us. And I should have realized what was going on earlier and tried to adjust into it. But honestly, we got hit so hard here that I don't know. By the time the broken path thing happened, it was probably too late. But we could definitely have crafted the experience of our pupils differently early on to make sure that we had somebody who was very specialized in stone. And honestly, we really should. It's one of the most important resources, and I think in both games we've been very neglectful about making sure that people had the appropriate talents. So I guess let's hit this button and see exactly what happens. I assume we're going to get a nice game over screen here. Well, that's quite grim, actually. You take with you the last glimmers of the spirits that inhabited them. You tried to guide them, to carry them, to give them the right directions and the right actions. and the result of your vain attempts is in front of you. See their clothes washed up on the plains, on the mountains, in the forests. You could lift them if you did not, in turn, become so weak. You feel that your reason for being takes you elsewhere. Another tribe awaits you. So, that's one of the most brutal things a video game has ever said to me. But, I mean, fair, I did screw it up. Alright, that is probably what all of the time we have for As Far as the Eye for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we're going to be trying that one again and just making sure that we tend people into some of the higher level jobs a little bit faster. And we'll see you then.